are just joining us this beautiful morning, are we live? Are we live now?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good morning to you. It's the 9th day of February 2026.
I already said.
I
We know.
I'm just trying to remind
What's
you.
the emphasis? Like, what is the emphasis on, talking about the month of February? You're not like this in January.
It wasn't my month.
Oh, so that's
and this
why.
week is a Valentine.
Okay.
Was there anything called Valentine? Did January give an opportunity to express love?
Yes, because
What?
every day is a day to express love. Don't
No,
you think?
there was there's a specific day dedicated in the month of February, recognized globally.
Are you sure
to
that it's
share
recognized?
gifts.
I'm sure that there's some, Islamic countries Muslim countries that don't recognize it.
I promise you they do.
They don't.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
But we'll not argue that this morning.
Some people are running away. But I got you. I got you covered. Don't worry, I got you. Well, you already know 9 a.m. on the Monday morning, we have our very own Dr. Ambassador Adishola Adeyemi, CEO of Business Consult right here in the city, #1 digital marketing agency in the city of Ibadan. Good to have you join us.
Congratulations on the award.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
How'd you
much.
feel? You didn't attend the award ceremony?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I couldn't. I had some other engagements.
yeah.
But it was great. It was great to see
It was good to see.
the recognition.
Yeah.
And I mean, when they reached out to us that we're not to pick an award, I'm like,
okay.
what?
Is that-
Like, why are you guys kidding me? Okay, so and then I couldn't make it, but I sent one of my guys to pick up
good.
the award.
Good.
And I mean, it's great. It's great.
That's
Great feeling.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so
With the hard
much.
work that I think you do,
Mhm.
it's one of the very, I wish, like, we have like you as digital agency here in the city. We're also looking at the fact that we don't have PR agencies in the city,
Mhm.
which that's another major concern.
Mhm.
I think it was Lulu. Yeah.
I saw a video. I think Olivia, one of the creators, made a video
Yeah.
about this, talking about the fact that we don't have
PR agencies in the
agencies.
city of
because
Ibadan.
usually that's the line between creators
Yes.
and also brands as well.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that's how it works like in other places. But then in
Yeah.
Ibadan, it's
It
like you're
doesn't-
going over people's
Yeah,
heads.
yes, to get whatever
get
it
things
needs done.
Mm.
And that's why it's exciting to see like brands like yours, that is a digital marketing agency, setting up, owning the city,
Yeah.
putting in the work of doing the billboards. There are a couple of other brands. I can't just give all of you shout out on the radio this morning, but there are some brands that I give them kudos for investing in the city, because you doing billboards is investing in the city. We know that. I don't know fully, but if I'm gonna ask you, like, your clientele, what's the major reach? You probably say a lot of them are outside of Ibadan, but that you're located here
Mhm.
and you're owning it is an incredible work, and I must salute you for that. Well done,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Thank you so much.
Today's conversation is one that is not very comfortable with a lot of business owners, and it bites a lot of business owners differently.
Mhm.
Running a business in Nigeria alone is hard.
Mhm.
Now successfully running that business is another thing entirely. From the cost of fuel to rent to power,
Yeah.
to the competition around you, to the plenty stress that comes with doing a business. One of the biggest problem of business is not even outside the business, it's inside the business.
Yeah.
And that's why on today's, we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic, which is managing staff theft in business. Because many business owners have said to themselves, is my staff stealing from me? Am I being too trusting? How do I protect my business without becoming wicked or paranoid? And on the other side, the staff is saying, oh, guy is too stingy. Oh, guy, he's stingy.
Okay.
He not pay salary. He
But-
do this.
but-
Even if he pays salary,
Dan, let me ask you. Let me be the one. Let me be the one to ask you guys this question. This
Okay.
morning. Do you think staff theft is a character problem? Do you
I think it's a character problem.
Yeah, because you
that's
just
a
like you were saying,
yeah.
People usually will say that it's because we're not being paid well. We see that our guy is making plenty money. He's not increasing salary.
Yeah.
Is it actually a character problem, or is it a problem with the bosses?
I think
It's two ways. It's both sides.
Yeah.
Both ways. I don't think that.
No, but I think that if you still relate to it, because there are other people that are in the business that are not stealing, even though your guys not paying
Yes,
them.
even though guys not paying them.
And some people, no matter how much you pay them, they'll just manage to find a way. They always do this when they're like, oh, I mean, the business is making money. They will not notice now. Like, I'll just take
Do you
my own
understand?
course and whatever.
But I think that at the end of the day, the way the Nigerian business system is structured, especially for we that work in the media,
Okay.
we have one of the things we say all the time, and just in case your child trying to get on the radio, I'm advising
Don't do
don't
radio,
do it.
kids.
don't do it. I'm sorry to say it out loud, but don't do it. But
you never know, things might have changed.
Things ain't gonna change. Let them go and focus on TikTok and focus on Twitch, you know, and maybe do full-time journalism. Because one of the problems we have with like broadcast media is that we have an issue with low pay. Broadcast media.
We can't still,
you know,
cannot really steal like that.
The minimum amount you would need to set up a radio station, you're looking at about almost 100 million naira, right? You set up such a business, you don't want to pay well, you don't want to employ the right people, you want to still find ways to cut salaries. We're lucky on this side of the Southwest. I've heard stories of people who don't get their salaries if they don't bring in adverts.
Yeah,
I've heard of stations like that, you know. So when you say theft is a function of character or is it a function of the bosses, there is a part of where if the structure is right and things are done appropriately, that won't happen. But there's also a part of where people are just naturally greedy people because people are stealing in the bank where they pay well. People are still finding ways to steal in a banking system. You go to the airport, for example, people are still stealing. You know, a pilot has a good paying job, but is still greedy with the way it might be greedy by helping smuggle things. So there's a character flaw among us as people, which of course allows for you to steal. But there's also the part of where you run your business so tight in a way that it looks like they want to tell you that you think you are smart.
But does that justify theft?
It doesn't. Never. Theft is never.
I mean, if you're not okay with what you're being paid or you're not okay with how you're treated, leave the business, leave the company.
You know, the thing is that for some people, it starts with the fact that the boss is very terribly behaved or whatever. So they're trying to just be like, well, at least I need the money. But then the funny thing, it continues because they've gotten to a point where they've just built that kind of thing where they're like, well, I can do it. So even if they go somewhere else and they're getting paid well, because they've done it before and they got away with it, they just be like, sure, let's keep doing this. Let's keep doing this.
So yeah, this is a very interesting conversation that we're gonna have this morning.
Again, just to add, you know, there's this I think there's this video I would have probably loved us to play if we can. It's a video from Trisha Bays. Let me just send it to you on Instagram now. I want us to play that video, at least the first few minutes, and listen to what she has to say. And I think that there's a very, very important fact that she mentioned in that video, and it's the fact that a lot of people that work, a lot of staffs or people who work with business owners, they are always watching and they are keeping eyes on how much is he making. Oh, he's wearing new clothes. Oh, is this? He has money. Why is he not? But those things do not justify why you should steal from anybody.
It doesn't justify stealing at all.
It doesn't. You don't know what the person has gone through before that business got to that level. They paid their dues. They did the right things. Right? You look at, and it's you're keeping your eyes on their cash flow. You're not keeping your eyes on how much the business is spending to be that business.
Actually,
nobody's looking at how much we're using to buy diesel. Nobody's looking at what you're using to buy fuel. The hidden cost in that business. But they're only looking at the cash flow. They're looking at, hey, we made 25 million naira this month. How much of that 25 million was probably spent into the cost of running the business? Because they don't see that part. They don't. So I feel like, I mean, are we ready to play the video? Let's do that.
Let's have it here. Hold on a second.
The last time we charged for the 155,000, that is on top of free accommodation, 1 million, free care, 2 days off. Let's talk about what here my sorry that will stop.
This is a great one. It's not a concern. I'm sorry, she's condescending though.
She's coming from a piece of pain. She lost money.
Mm-hmm.
Why is for that enjoying an PSO? Some people are not interested in it. We want the reward without it. We want the lifestyle without it. So no, conversation is no longer just about that. Yes. Always collect top line jobs.
Yeah.
It's not about it. It's about
Okay.
it's about pocket work.
Yeah.
Here is what I
All right. Do again.
Okay. So two things. From me. First off, I think she sounds condescending.
She lost money, of course.
Oh, you can.
Why would you think she sounds
Like,
like
she sounds condescending. I think she sounds condescending.
You know, when she was talking about
not everybody is in this
calculating the profit,
calculating the profit. You know, they don't care about whether they're business.
Yeah.
You might not want to agree to it, but
I don't.
sometimes
I agree with what she has said.
in some industries.
How many businesses? She can come out and say what she has said now because she can confidently say she pays her staff well. The average business owner in Nigeria is not doing business to pay you well. If we open the phone lines for you today, I work in the broadcast media and I hear presenters who are doing 6 to 8 hours, 5 to 6 days a week, who are earning less than 70,000 naira in this city of Ibadan. You go to states like Osun State, Osogbo, go to other southwestern states, apart from Lagos, the salaries are worse. You go to the southeast. I'm opportunity to have access to this information. So yes, in some industries, we can say it's no longer about staff welfare. But is it still a ground that has existed for long and we're not correcting it? Yes.
So let me come in and say, from what she's saying, at the level of the industry she's probably looking at will probably be small businesses who have, maybe you have a sales girl, you have maybe somebody you employed that works with you. The big companies might not be doing well in terms of staff welfare, but I think they're still trying their best. There are some companies who are not even paying attention to welfare at all. And that's another talk for another day. But the main point here is that the average Nigerian, the average staff is always pocket watching. Is whether they agree to it or not. And that's because, the other day I was at work and I just stepped into my staff office and just to check on what is being done. And one of them said, "Okay, you smell good. I love how you smell." It's a compliment. And I said, "Oh, okay, fine, thank you. It's great. Thank you for saying you love how I smell." But he goes on and says, "How much is your perfume?" I smiled like, you really don't want to know. And then, of course, one of them, the other person now replied and says, "No, okay, that is using 200K to buy perfume. Okay." And I'm like,
why did I tell you that?
I didn't tell you anything like that. But anyway, if you think that, you don't know. Do you know what I've gone through?
Yeah.
Do you know the days when I couldn't even afford to buy a perfume? So do you expect that at the level that I've gotten to, I should not be able to take care of? Like, do you understand? So I'm saying that I said that to say that it looks like they're not seeing or watching you, but they're actually looking at you and seeing what the kind of people that come into the business, the kind of deliveries you're making, the customers that are coming in, and they're like, and some of them do it sometimes, even to me. They come to the office and say, "Sir, I want to talk to you about an increase." Are you kidding me? Because you just saw that we probably made a certain amount, and then you're already asking for an increase within 1 year. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's sometimes, and this is not, they're not stealing from me.
I get it.
But I'm saying that there's a certain mentality of, I deserve more. I deserve more. On the basis of what you see, what you think you know about the business,
of the work that you have also put in to contribute to that success.
That's what I'm saying. That it's fine that you're contributing to the success, which is good. But when you come in on a contract and you have signed, this is how much you're going to earn, right? If you're going to come to me for an increase, it's on the basis of what exactly are we doing as number in terms of, but not on the basis of one time something we got a surge in numbers. Then no, it doesn't work like that.
Excuse me, sir.
Nobody's asking how much I pay for marketing.
Yes.
every month, nobody's asking how much I pay for my billboards.
Exactly.
No, do you understand what I'm saying?
That crosses my mind now. I know companies that have what we call KPI, key performance indicators, and that is a thing.
How many staff can handle KPIs? If I give you a KPI, how many staffs can handle it? That's what we're saying. That you're saying the same thing.
The standard.
You're saying the same thing. When you said the radio station guys are not getting paid and are telling them to bring adverts, bringing adverts could be part of their KPIs.
It can't be first of all.
Oh, why can't it be?
It can be part of my KPI.
If I said a KPI was for anybody,
yes,
it's not because, and I believe that there's no KPI you want to set for your staff that they cannot be the one to do the marketing. You have to think about, how do I market this business to bring in people? Their work is to handle what you're paying them to do, which is to deliver the service to whatever it is that you're doing to the customer. That's their work, right? That's why sometimes it's sad when I feel when you see a lot of businesses, you are saying that, oh, you're not paying your staff well because sales is not coming. No, it's not the problem of the staff or sales to come. It's not that person's work. It's your work as a business owner to see, how do we make sales in this business? How do we increase? What do we need to do in terms of marketing? Then when we do that, if you are losing customers on the basis of that staff, then that could be a problem. But saying that I'm withholding because can't you see that we're not making enough money, then let the person go. Do you understand? I understand that part. But what I'm saying is that sometimes when you see where you are working and you see that, is the company able to do a raise for me based on our numbers? Now, our numbers does not mean only profit. Our numbers also means when you take out what the business is spending and you can't even have that information. You can't have that information.
So this is where I think I would sit with this conversation, because I like that we're not even focusing on the theft, but we're looking at structures around businesses that are not done rightly. And I think that a lot of business owners like to not do things right by the structure, which has allowed for theft to exist in the business sector. There is the Nigerian factor, which the average Nigerian is poorly minded, where you're always thinking about themselves, myself. I'm trying to make some money for myself. But there are also situations where people, we've seen businesses employ you for one role and fill you up with multiple other roles. Like thank you for you brought it up, so let me just take it up from there. You said, why would a presenter his KPI not bring in adverts? Well, that's why you have different departments, different parts come together to make it whole. But I've been in meetings where I have seen in some of my previous years, as somebody who has been here for about a decade now, I've seen where some radio owners have said things like, well, the radio is not making money. You should have thought of that before putting 100 million naira into equipment, before you think that you were going to make your money back in 1 year. You need, for the radio business, the average time a radio needs to make money is between 3 to 5 years to hit profitability, right? So what have you processed? How do you plan to pay staffs correctly? How do you ensure that there's increase? Because while you're keeping your staff salary at a particular baseline, expenses are going up. Things are changing. The exchange rate is going up, rent is going up, and all of these things. And even as we're talking about these issues now in Ibadan, I do not think that I think I only know of like 2 media houses that paid relief funds during this whole sharp increase of fuel price. Only about 2 media houses that paid relief funds. The rest, everybody moved on like everything was fine, right? These are the things that we're talking about, which is why I say that we cannot underestimate how much the percentage of companies that are actually taking care of their staff well to the percentage of companies not doing right by their staff, the gap is still a huge one. It doesn't justify stealing, but it also means that you have created a loophole for it. You have created a loophole for it. There are systems that are designed where you cannot steal because the system has been designed that way. But some owners have not created that system. They have not treated the people behind the system well, and then they expect it to be flawless. It's not possible.
Okay, so let's look at Pet Paul Kennel on YouTube says that theft is not justifiable. If you pay a thief 99% of all your monthly income, they will steal the remaining 1% and more.
Right. Because I mean, look at what this lady was saying, and then I think there's another lady that was talking about how she found out that her staff were stealing from her, and these are the same people that will come and say, "Oh, I need this thing." These are the same people that should probably say, "Oh, I bought you like a new phone because your old one was not really, you know," and they were doing it because they thought she was not going to notice. And you know, sometimes it takes a while for a business owner to notice that okay, I think there's something going on, and all of them knew about it. It was some people that patronized her that came and they saw that something was going on, so they had to report it to her and say, okay, look what I found out about this particular, and you would not even know anything. So yeah, it is not justifiable. It's not justifiable. Sometimes structures are in place and some people are really just very greedy. They look for any opportunity. Yes. So what you said about the entitlement, I feel like all of these things are very true, and they're the things that are happening in real time. For some people, it's because of the fact that they're just really greedy. Every opportunity that they get, maybe it stemmed from the fact that this was not where I was working before was not so great, so I started doing a little bit of padding and whatever. But when they go to another place, they will continue it. And for some people, it's just that the business is so terrible, treats them really terribly, and they're looking for a way to survive. And they're like, you know what? I have to pay my child to look at her guy is living a good life. Why should I not live a good life? Because they feel like I also contributed.
Like the civil service,
I contributed to it as well.
Civil servants, you see a civil servant level 8 or level 9 sending a child to school in the UK, US, paying $40,000.
Where is this in that
kind of money coming from? Nobody's questioning. Everybody, people say corruption is only wrong when you're not benefiting from it.
That's it.
That's the Nigerian definition.
Crazy that there's a lot of this theft that is going on that you have no idea about. Even for business owners, that they will not even, because that person has gotten so good at it. They are contributing very well to the business. I mean, the business is booming. They are doing their jobs really well. So they are taking it, like, oh, I deserve this. I mean, I'm the one that did this thing. I did that. So they're just like taking,
if the owner of the business doesn't see the need to reward them, they start rewarding themselves.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the common types of staff theft in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria. I think because Islamia already went there, so let's go there. The first is cash theft, right? So they remove small money, small every day. Madam will not know now. So small money every day. They don't record sales. When they don't record your sales, it's also cash theft, right? There's also inventory theft. Right, inventory theft is usually the most common. Right, they take goods home. You see them selling stock privately. Right. I had someone on Instagram who had this similar issue. Simbi, she had this she sells gadgets, and she realized that when they were placing orders for gadgets, the staff had her own. She bought her own. So instead of selling, she was selling correct client and sell her own.
The client that had an issue with the product and returned.
Exactly.
But it's not by
you didn't buy it here. There's no record that you bought it. Do you understand? So that's also very, very common.
Theft. I don't know how to describe it now.
Okay, the one where they don't take
this particular one. The staff brought their
own POS.
And
the one where they give you their own account number.
That's it. That's I think that should be part of expense. Okay, no, expense fraud. So expense fraud is simple. They inflate prices, fake supplier receipts, overstated logistic costs. So they can say maybe you're sending them to go and do something, and then they just hide the logistic costs. There's also customer diversion. This one is also very common.
Very
customer diversion, where staff is telling customers, pay into my account instead. That's the one you talk about. So then there's also where they say chat me directly, and then they go and they move the customer from where you talk to them. And that's why it's always very good as a business owner that everybody knows where you attend to your staffs. We only attend to staffs on Instagram. If somebody messages you on WhatsApp, it's not us. Because sometimes your reps could be in your DM and they will just say, okay, they will go ahead and check for the customer's phone number on their profile and go and message them on WhatsApp and say, okay, you wanted to order from this person. We are the one. No.
You only did something recently. It was like, this is the only WhatsApp number that can message you. If another WhatsApp number message you,
it's true.
It's not us.
Yeah.
And now on almost all his posts about his business, this is the only. Like, what happened to that? You're always announcing, but it can be this.
It can be like there's this guy on Instagram that also sells cars. CMC, quite popular. One of these celebrity car sellers. The guy every time is always having issues with people scamming and all that, so he keeps putting his number out. This is my only number. He has made the number into a t-shirt. There's nothing he has not done. He has framed the phone number just like and this is because it's also common. And then the final one is time theft. Time theft is very popular in Nigeria. where you see your staff coming late. Because you know that you're paying them in a month. And of course, it's supposed to be based on the number of hours they work.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do this abroad because, you know, you work per hour. You clock in. You understand? So there's a lot of coming late. There's a lot of closing early, right? You know, some of my guys used to do that to me sometimes. And I tell them, one of my staff that you want to go and make your hair on a work day. How is that possible? What happened to your weekend? No problem. Go now. Go. I will remove it from your money. It's that simple. So you see some of those things, and then also doing personal business with company time. This is common a lot. Personal business, they are doing it with company time. You're supposed to resume in the office. You're at the office already. Yeah. Do what you're supposed to do for the office. You are using it to do other things for your your side gigs. You're using it to, and you're using company Wi-Fi. Do you understand?
Wi-Fi now.
But still, is it not it? Is it not it? It's Wi-Fi, yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's just Wi-Fi.
No, you're right. It's just Wi-Fi, but then it's company, it's cost.
You can be part of this conversation. You want to talk about this. You're a business owner in the city of Ibadan. You have experienced staff theft. How did you manage it? How did you deal with this? Please feel free to give us a call this morning or send us a WhatsApp message or a voice note on 081 11 83 1983. 081 11 83 1983. We'd like to hear your stories this morning.
Let's also hear from the staff as well. Have you ever been tempted, just take
Is there somebody that will say that?
But not taking.
There could be somebody
taking it, but
you're tempted.
Maybe there's been something that your boss did that made you feel like, people should be stealing from this business. Hello.
Yeah,
good morning.
Okay, Rashid. Thank you for calling, Rashid. What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, that's another angle. Explain. Go ahead, Rashid. Okay. Yeah.
For a business owner. Bam.
You're right. Anyway.
Thank you.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Rashid is not easy sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. All right.
So
you see what I was saying about being tempted?
Some people are wicked.
You see what I was saying about being tempted?
What I'm actually saying is it's just another side to
from the angle of whether from the angle of the business owner or the person, it's still character. Because some business owners are just terribly behaved, and they're like, no,
and that's why character is
they just want to keep you. They don't want you because already they have that feeling that you're stealing from them, even if they are not, and they have that feeling that you're about to take over their business. So they're trying to not make you. They're trying to clip your wings in some way. So some people are really terrible business owners like that. They do stuff like that.
Another call. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay.
Thank you for calling, Coyote. What's on your mind? Talk to us.
Okay.
Inventory theft. Okay. Go ahead. Wow.
Starts from who?
Okay.
The inventory theft start
from the management staff. Okay.
Ooh.
That will tell others to from the company. They will tell you how to go about it. They will tell you, okay, if you don't do this, something comes up, I will be saying, it is very, very bad.
Cardi, you need to call us back. The line is breaking. I need you to call us back. We have a voice note. It's 6 minutes.
Almost 7 minutes.
You know, there's tax fraud. You know, see when the company is doing tax fraud. The staff is when the company is partaking in tax fraud. When you're trying to evade tax, and they're saying, they're like, okay, so
if you're doing the
tax, so
why
are you not paying me?
Why are you not paying?
You know,
because now you're making money, you're evading tax, and then you're not paying.
You are saying that you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay pension because of the total number of staff you have. You're not doing HM for yourself.
Honestly, we can stay on this topic for the whole day. I'm
very interesting.
And honestly, it's a quite interesting topic that a lot of people. Should we play the audio now? Are you sure we're able to take 6 minutes?
Let me see if I can put it on 1.5.
Okay, let's try.
So basically, I want to contribute to the ongoing discussion, and I want to contribute from the area of being an entrepreneur because I have few stars I'm paying, and also I'm also a 9 to 5 earners. Like I'm a 9 to 5 earner. So I want to talk from the two angles, and probably I might want to disagree a little bit with the business CEO on his view about it. Well, the idea about it is okay. I would also like to share from my experience on what I'm experiencing. Now, currently, I'm with an organization, and the organization, aside working for them as a salary now, I'm expected to do a lot of things that it's not part of the contract that was initially signed. Like in the agreement, what the contract that we initially signed.
Yeah.
Yet you might want to ask me that why have I not left the organization? The question is, when I leave this place, can I get something that will treat me better? Because now we used to like, how would I say it? It's not really about leaving the organization, even at this current stage. Is more about what you can build in your little capacity, in your inconvenient space you are, what you can build. So that's why when I actually asked this experience, I had to go into starting my own within a short time. Okay, now while I'm actually with this organization, I had the opportunity of being contacted for a company in Lagos that I've actually worked with before, and they said, oh, they called me because they needed my services. And I was like, okay, what is your offer for me? They said, oh, the offer for me is 250,000 naira in Lagos. And I just thought about it. In Lagos, considering everything, this current economy, no, it cannot work for me. No, I now had to contact somebody that was like the person that was working there, like the person that is vacating that current position. And I had to call him and say, okay, what is the issue? And he was like, oh, he requested for a raise and in salary, and they failed to give him the raise in salary and so a better offer. And he left. When he was leaving, they were now telling me that the raise he requested for, they can now pay him the raise. So he told them that it's too late. He has already seen a better offer. Yes, when I asked him what is his current salary, he told me his current salary, his gross salary was 305. And I'm like, initially, why would the boss lie to me about the salary from 305? Now they now say they want to pay me 250. Immediately, I just declined the offer. Like, no, I'm not interested in the role. I think I can still do something here in Ibadan. So now let me now talk about, and that's what I want to disagree with basically CEO on a lot of CEOs are not really doing well. They're not actually fulfilling the contract, and they're actually expecting earners to give more. Let me now address myself as an entrepreneur. There's a certain time I have one of my employees. In fact, why he knows I need everything open to him. Why he knows that I'm not even earning anything from the business I'm doing. I'm pouring more input into the business. When I notice that there's an increase in when I notice that I'm seeing positivity in the work he's doing, I increased his salary. Let me call it an allowance. I increased his allowance without consulting. Even when I increased the allowance, he was shocked. He was like, boss, I've not, what we are doing has not really been bringing profits to you. How will you survive? I say, I can see your work. That's why I'm increasing it. And I want you to do better for me. That's why I'm increasing it. Now, the other staff of mine, I actually just left him. Like, you're not productive. In fact, I noticed that he's stealing from me. But I just kept quiet on that business and this entrepreneurial business. And I kept quiet without even disturbing him. I just let him to continue doing his free will. Because I just feel that the reason why he's stealing from me is because to him, he's not earning enough. So I just left him without doing anything. And he's still working with me. And I know he's actually stealing from me. So a lot of times I feel business owners, in fact, we know it is actually happening in the government parastatals, and nobody's talking about that. Everybody's shy to that. But for private owners, they are not really doing well. They are more, let me feel like we have more selfish business owners in this Nigeria than even the ones that are straightforward. They are more selfish. They are more of this. Let's leave aside what the expenses they are actually incurring. Business owners are not really doing more.
Well,
That's why we deserve each other.
I think
everybody is trying to look for a way. The business owner, at this point we were talking about how they were paying somebody 300 and the person asked for an increase and they were ready to pay. But then we were going to bring somebody in and they were like, let's just, so everybody is trying to look for ways
and the person's
to
current pay
benefit
used to be
themselves.
305.
Yeah.
So I think, see, at the end of the day, whoever is starting or venturing into business goes into it for profit. Now, that does not justify any ill behavior or cutting corners and all that. It doesn't justify it. I mean, the problem is that it's greed for everyone. Greed on the part of the staff, greed on the part of the business owner.
Yeah.
And these are foundational things that we need to tackle in the system. There's a certain level that you get to that you know that I'm profitable, I'm okay, I'm comfortable. Let me pay these guys well. Let me do an increase for these guys.
Wish everybody would be like that.
And see, I think, and we need to understand that whatever I will become in life does not affect what you will become.
Some people
I don't think people, they don't.
I'm telling you, because
They are not.
No.
The funny thing is that it's even the people that are making a lot of money sometimes that don't want to pay their staff.
And I think that's absolutely wrong. I don't know where people get that. Again, we all have different ideologies and people have different goals and plans. There are people that are making a lot of money and they still want more. It's not enough. They still want, which is fine. Nobody says you should not want more money, but not at the detriment of somebody else who actually is part of the labor to ensure that business is standing.
I tell my friends every time I sign up a contract with anybody that I work with, and I decide to take that pay, I chose it. Right? Whether it looks profitable to you or not, I chose it and I'm going to give my best to the work.
Yeah.
And when it's no longer comfortable, because I would never ask you for an increase.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've worked, I've never asked for it. When I'm tired of working, you don't see the need to reward me, I resign. Straight up, because I'm like, I can't ask you for an increase. If I have to ask you for an increase, then it probably means that I'm begging you to see my value. That's how I see it personally. If I have to ask you for an increase, I'm begging you.
You should naturally see the value the person brings, and then that should propel you to say, this guy deserves an increase.
This guy's due for an increase.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that that's supposed to exist, I just gladly walk out. I walk out, and that's how I have operated over the last 10 years.
Wow.
So I still feel like the conversation of the theft is still going to be there because now business owner, they want to thief. The person that is working with the business owner also wants to steal as well. But what do you do in this case? Because whether you pay or not, for people that want to steal, they will steal from you.
Yeah. So I think we don't have so much time. I don't know if we might have to extend this to part 2 next week, because we've not even talked about some practical solutions to this.
Okay.
Right? There are a lot of practical solutions that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't head from
standard. I heard something. How do you want to be remembered when you no longer work here? That's a very key thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell someone that I always want to be remembered as somebody who took my work seriously, took the art of my job seriously. Like, if I leave tomorrow, it would never be said that Daniel was a lazy person. It can never be said in my 10 years of working in the radio that I was at any point lazy or complacent in the work that I did. And I think that's how every staff who works in any organization should think. That I want to do my work well, whether I'm satisfied with the pay or not. And we are now in an era where a lot of business owners do not know that there's something called emotional intelligence. I'm still very pissed off at the situation where I believe that some people failed to recognize that this was emotionally draining for the people that were working with them, and they did not know how to manage the situation at the time, and they failed to admit. But I now give them grace, because I'm like, you come from a generation that does not recognize mental health, so I don't expect you to give it. To recognize that these people are experiencing mental stress, because you have been wired and programmed by the society to believe that There's nothing like we should
it's
work.
supposed to come
you can't
with
be
it, no
tired.
matter what.
You can't say you don't feel like coming
to work.
Yeah.
That's the environment we're in. So when I see a lot of, especially the Gen X, the older millennials who are in leadership roles today, I work with them with a lot of grace because they were raised by people who did not understand what it means to be emotionally sensitive. You have to show up irrespective of whether you're fine or not. And that's the world we live in, right? But things are changing. The dynamics is changing. Our work environment is not even till today the only industry that has sort of created which didn't exist before now. So how are we changing our work environment to fit that narrative? We're not building that yet. So yeah.
Wow, it's been a great time talking this Monday morning. I think we'll still have to. We'll still have to. Next week we'll talk about this again, and hopefully we'll be able to hear from the side of the business owners. And possibly, if we can, we might probably have maybe an extra guest or maybe. Maybe a business owner who
has probably experienced it. If you're a business owner, you've experienced what it's like to have experienced staff theft, and you'd like to be on the show, just send us a WhatsApp message. We'll respond back, or send us a DM on Instagram at @BlastUrbanFM, or send BizLift at a DM or at BIZLIFT. And pretty much.
Thank you
so much for your time, and it's been a wonderful show this morning. To everybody who called, send a message,